Do you believe Disney World should open tomorrow, and can they do it safely?
Yeah, the answer to both is yes. They need to open. They should open, and I'm confident they'll do it safely as you can see anything else in your day-to-day life. Disney's got a strong approach, and I think at this point, people walking into the park will feel confident, safe place to be.
Why do you say they have to do it? Have to reopen?
I think, there's a lot of factors going into this. That they're not just a singular theme park. They have a lot of other business and guest experiences wrapped around the theme parks, and then the broader platform of Disney with all its other ventures, entertainment ventures, movie making, cruise ships and such. At some point, they need to start moving forward to opening these things, and particularly with the resort, they just have to take advantage as best they can of the summer season, and then more particularly focus on moving forward into the fall and into the Thanksgiving and Christmas season. And they're going to need to have some practical operating experience and capacity management experience before they can really get into the fall. So timing is going to be important, and I think that's why they are moving forward, I would say, cautiously.
Yeah, based on what you can see, and obviously I know you're not in the park, but what do you think the guest experience is going to be like? Will it be similar to the one that you spent years, focused on creating?
Yeah, I think it'll be a little bit different. This has impacted theme parks and location-based entertainment in a lot of different ways. So the guest will perceive differences, but that's intentional. The operators want them to feel comfortable, so there'll be kind of overt and covert things going on. The overt is the operators will distance people, reduce capacity, and queue lines will not be as tedious as they've been in the past. So that's the good news. The bad news is there'll be some attractions that won't be open, or the experience will be slightly different. Live shows, walk-around characters will be different. So to the real Disney fans, they'll notice the difference. To the average guest coming in, I think they'll still experience a great entertainment experience.
Hey, Bill, considering that in a previous life you were an urban planner for a lot of these parks, I'm wondering, a lot of families have canceled their trips to Disney World and they're now trying to reschedule them. If you're a family going on a visit to one of these facilities, what do you know about where they shouldn't go? Where should a family avoid? Where do you think it's just impossible to fully sanitize?
Yeah, I don't know that there's much of that. The guys in the big entertainment companies are addressing everything down to the restroom experience. So they have to assume that people coming to the park in their everyday life now are impacted by social distancing and face mask and hand cleansing and all that stuff. So there's nothing that they're going to go into a theme park and experience that is that much different than what they're doing day to day. So there is some prior training. The guests are used to this to a certain extent. So I'm not sure I would do anything except maybe a little bit less, more avoiding the crowds, the large, groups of people. And I think Disney will manage that quite well. So I'm not sure I would steer. If I was walking in with my family, I'm not sure I would be constantly hunting safe places to go. I would hope to enjoy the experience closer to normal.
And that's certainly good to hear. I'm wondering, Bill, if there are any potential long-term benefits to the company by some of these changes in behavior. Do you think more families are going to be buying things like fast passes to cut the line in the future, spending money at the park in places they maybe otherwise wouldn't?
Oh, of course. The folks like Disney, or like I said, any of the big entertainment companies are in business, so they're looking for revenue opportunities, and there always will be revenue opportunities in safety and security because people might pay a little bit more money for certain features and experiences that allow them to be a little bit separated. And I think heck, merchandise, there'll be face masks in there with Mickey Mouse on them and those kind of things. But I think in the end of the day, the technology advancements that COVID is pushing would have come along anyway. Certainly Disney's out in front of a lot of this, but this will just move it forward a little bit quicker. And I think it will be the second and third tier groups will adopt these technologies quicker as well. So Disney will always be out there kind of as a leader in this, but this will start becoming ubiquitous in almost any attraction that you visit.